Knockhill for our next race, race 17 of the weekend. The Scottish C1 Cup. It's going to be Andrew Davidson alongside Mark Nisbet side by side. Again, that outside line seem to have the favoured edge here, so will we get the 117 of Mark Nisbet going alongside? We'll find out in just a couple of seconds. The 5-second board held up. The lights start to go on here for the Scottish C1 Cup. The drivers are ready. Hopefully you're all ready at home as well. Let's go racing. And again, a great start, as I said, for Mark Nisbet around the outside. Catches Andrew Davidson out there, and as they go side by side under the Beats and Build Supply Bridge for the first time of asking, you've got a new race leader already. Nisbet cuts across and closes that door to make sure that he is in the lead as they go down the hill for the first time as they go into McIntyre. So it's late into the brakes there, but I tell you what, Andrew Davidson already coming under pressure here from Dan Martin. We've got a car going out wide there. That's exactly what you don't want coming through the compression at Butchers here. A 3-car battle already starting to gap themselves. We're going to go side by side through the chicane, and well, it's safe to say, John, they have basically picked up where they left off on race 1.
Already, yes, exactly that. Murray Scott also lost a position there, heading down through McIntyre, so he's down to P5 as our championship leader. We've got side by side though for P2 currently, and that is the 27 going past the 117. Look at the momentum swing though. That is the 99 car, sorry, of Dan Martin coming through with all of the momentum heading into the hairpins. About 7 wide as we turn into Taylor's, nothing unusual. You could fit about 7 of them in that space at once, and then look at them here. They're all 2 wide, 2 wide, 2 wide, all the way back. Great to see, but it looks like it's going to be Davidson who will lead across the line for this first lap, closely followed by Dan Martin, who's got all the way up. No, sorry, it's James Hitchin, who's up in P2.
And that is an awesome sight, but hiding in amongst that group of is that blue car of Aidan Wilson. He, I think, is doing exactly what he did last time out, just waiting for his opportunity as they go down into McIntyre's. That 6-car group is now becoming an 8-car group there, because you've got Dale Edwards and Gregor McFadden who are wanting to hold on here. Side by side going through chicane, and that is going to be a change of lead then, because Andrew Davidson loses out, and unfortunately that was always going to happen there. Goes wide through the chicane, loses out to James Hitchin, I think already down to P5 or P6, and this is starting to get a little bit more frantic, a little bit more frenetic, and I get the feeling somebody is going to take the trip off to the kitty litter very shortly here, John.
It's the same as before, with there's 24 right in the back of 51, but they've got about 9 C1s around them. It's just brilliant to watch. It looked like there was a bit of contact actually heading up towards the chicane, or almost contact at least, and that might have been what just put off Davidson a little bit. Change of positions towards the front, but we're going to come down towards the end of lap 2, and it looks as if it is going to be Hitchin who leads just ahead of the 99 of Dan Martin, who says the fastest lap on that one. Then it's Mark Nisbet, Andrew Davidson with the mistake there, Murray Scott and Aidan Wilson. So the 2 contenders from the last race still line astern, but they've got some work to do to get back to the front. I wonder if they'll work together once again to try and close that gap.
Oh, you sweet summer child, that's very optimistic. I'd like to think that that's what they're going to do here, but yeah,
there's too many of them, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just not going to happen. I'm positive I just saw 4 wides coming down the start finish straight here. Just Knockhill things here with the Scottish C1 Cup. This is what I love about this championship. Every single thing that you think you know about racing, these little C1s, these little budget C1s. It feels absurd that you get this level of racing from something that is so cheap to get into. 3.5, 4.5 grand from scratch. We'll see you out there on track, and that's exactly what we're seeing out there from the likes of James Hitchin and Martin centre on the inside. That's a move and a half. He's going to have 2 months there. There's contact there from James Hitchin, and he's blocked at the apex of the corner. That is absolutely defensive driving there from Dan Martin. Saw the opportunity, sent it in, and just parked it on like a bus on the apex.
And it's not what I expected. I really did think Martin was going to continue behind Hitchin and just kind of nudge him along, try and stay ahead of Murray Scott. He just set the fastest lap of the race at 1:10.5, so the pace is now turning to our championship leader in that fluorescent yellow 51. Just sneaking up there into P3, you've got the race 1 winner, or sorry, previous race winner I should say, in P4, and the front 2 are not working together this time. I thought they were gonna, but it took about 1 corner for them to prove me wrong on that one. It was a nice move, as you say, from Dan Martin, and Hitchin just drops in behind, but whoever's in second, I'd rather be in second in this stage. Just following the car in front, let them forge a path, use their pace, just stay in the slipstream, keep the momentum up, and wait till later. That's what we saw happen in the last race, and it worked. Let's see if something similar happens this time around. It's not as simple though, because this front group is about to become 3, maybe even 4.
Yeah, Aidan Wilson very, very shortly going to be joining them, but that is Murray Scott well truly on the back of them. The difference between race 2 and race 1 and the second race for the C1s is the fact that that car that's in second place, James Hitchin, is not patient, he's not waiting. The two of them fighting tooth and nail, and Dan Martin kind of forcing the issue there. The problem is, I think Murray Scott is going to have to make this happen. If he sees a gap opening up between Hitchin and Martin, he's going to have to pull the trigger for this stage of the race. 6 laps out here, and Ian Wilson is one of the stars with the fact that he is right onto the back of that Group 3. But again, it does seem like those top 3 just calm down a little bit and may be happy to just circulate.
If anyone's got the pace to break away at the front, it's probably going to be Murray Scott, based on previous performance, and he's also got the fastest lap here. So he's maybe the only one that could lead this pack and break away. The thing is with these cars, they're so closely matched, and because they're quite short and tall and you're on the straights for so long, the slipstream really does have a huge impact, and that's what gives you this kind of motorbike style pack racing that we're seeing here at Knockhill today. And there's just no chance that anyone's going to run away from this unless it's someone with a big run and then a big battle ensues for P2. But these drivers are smart, they know that's the case. And is that a late lunch for the lead coming in?
No,
actually it was more defence potentially.
That's exactly what I was just going to say.
And it puts Murray Scott in the attack, but who's there? It's Aidan Wilson.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. It was a defensive cover there from Hitchin on Scott there, as the two of them are going to lose that position anyway, so potentially losing 2 positions to Aidan Wilson as they go 3 wide under the Beaton Spillings supply bridge, because of course we do, with 5 laps left to go here. Wilson sneaks up the inside here, but is still going to be foot on the throttle there, as that is going to be James Hitchin trying to hold on there. Might be a little bit of contact there, thankfully avoided it. That is going to be Aidan Wilson up to P2 there, and Dan Martin is well and truly in the lead of the race here, but James Hitchin and Murray Scott fighting it out for that 3rd and 4th position here.
I did say it would take a battle for P2 in order for the leader to break away, and that is exactly what's happened. I didn't expect it, but there we are, Dan Martin in the lead. Now it's going to be tight for 3rd, is it? It's a bit of a squeeze there, Hitchin on the inside, Aidan Wilson on the outside, and that's going to cost them both quite a bit of time and momentum, and back comes our former race leader, Andrew Davidson in the 70. He goes to the outside now of Murray Scott, who's dropped to 4th in this lap, maybe even 5th. Aidan Wilson down the inside, opportunistic stuff. It's not going to hold though, it's going to be complete on the exit. I think all 3 of them swap positions 3 times in one corner.
Yeah, this is getting wild stuff, and this is now a 5-car battle for 4th position right now, as Aidan Wilson is taking chunks out of Dan Martin right now. We come across the line there, last time by was on 16.8, and Aidan Wilson doing a 61.4, side by side going into Dumfus. That's going to end well, and there's a car sideways and somehow keeps hold of it. I have absolutely no idea, like genuinely no idea how that car wasn't sideways coming down the hill there. Meanwhile, on the exit of Macintosh, we do have a car, it's going into the grapple. This is getting absolutely crazy out there. The fisticuffs are out, the elbows are out in every which way for these C1s here, John.
Andrew Davidson did such a good job to claw his way back to the front, and it all gets undone in one corner. We've actually got some of the cars that are further back now, making their way well and truly into what is essentially the fight for P3. It's a front 2 breakaway, so it's not been the race that Murray Scott was hoping for. He's been caught up in too many battles here. Meanwhile, as you were saying, Aidan Wilson closing the gap on Dan Martin, a purple sector 1 there, fastest sector 2 personally as well. It's probably going to be a fast lap of the race here potentially for Aidan Wilson. And this huge battle for P3 with everyone else. I love those that Martini lookalike Citroen C1 in the mix there. It's like watching Colin McRae out there racing C1s, but the 7.7 is getting past right now. That's James McCracken being overtaken by, I think that might be Gregor McFadden as they head down the pit straight, and Murray Scott unable to make a move there either. But it's looking pretty close for the lead battle too. I mean, you've just got it's going to turn into this similar situation as before. As off goes the car, who's just complimenting. I should never have done it. Losing the back end, but getting back going again. Thankfully for us, they will resume with no issues, but that's going to cost them a lot of time.
Yeah, that was very, very scary, because obviously when these cars go sideways into a gravel track, the first thing you think is, oh, we are going over.
The first thing I think is Glenn.
Oh, Glenn Alcock, friend of the circuit and former C1 racer. We need to get him back out. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we need to get him back behind the wheel of of a car, because he posts constantly about how much he misses being behind the wheel, and definitely to make that happen. So Glenn, if you're listening today, very warm hello from everyone here at the circuit. Meanwhile, that race lead has been absolutely evaporated. It's another fastest lap, 8/10 of a second on the previous lap. It's now 3/10 of a second taken out by Aidan Wilson on that last lap by.
But the gap is still 8/10, David, and there's only 2 laps to go. So Aidan needs to be taking out more than 3/10 a lap here if he wants to have a go. I'll tell you what, though, he's really good. Speaking of 8/10, he's gone because he's 6C1s and they can go in a flash. Also, it's still Murray Scott right on the back of James Hitchin for P3. That's said and done. They're not going to win this race unless there's an incident from the front 2. So it's all about now the battle for P1 and 2, the battle for P3 and 4, and getting deja vu.
I'm going to say something quite bold here, and I'm going to say that the Scottish legends and the Scottish C1s are some of the finest racing you're going to have here in Scotland right now. Honestly, the level of racecraft is just second to none. Aidan Wilson though in that 24, he is absolutely right onto the back of that car for Dan Martin, as Murray Scott, surely this is going to have to be a move. James Hitchin gets defensive, moves over the right hand side, forces Murray to go right outside of the hairpin, but Murray's going to have a better line coming through the apex here. Last lap board is going to be held out as Dan Martin comes across the line to take it. So we've got 1 lap left. Aidan Wilson, I agree with you, I think it does look like it's a little bit too far back now, but the battle for top and 4 and the battle for 5 and 6, that is still well and truly in play right now.
I agree with you. It's going to take a mistake now for sure for Dan Martin to lose this race at 8/10 over the line. It does look like the gap closes significantly into that first sector, so maybe it's just that Dan's stronger the second half of the lap. As we see a move there from Scott down the inside, he's going to be side by side as they head through McIntyre's, up through Butchers. I think this is going to be P3 here. Not actually, Hitchin is not going to give that up. They're on side by side through the chicane. I don't know if they were both on the circuit there, no idea, but they've made it through somehow. Meanwhile, there is a battle on the lead here, David. It's going to be a slipstream all the way to the finish. Can Aidan Wilson do it again?
No way, there is surely no way. It does look like it is a little bit too far back, but he is in the slipstream, he is in the toe. It's going to have to be a lunge. It is going to be a lunge. He moves one way, then the other way onto the brakes. There goes Aidan Wilson. He tries to get the cut right. Dan Martin, I think, has just got enough exit speed from there as they go on Scotland inside to take a P3 from James Hitchin there, and it is an absolute gamble fight because there could be Gregor McFadden and Martin Nisbet trying to take the opportunity, but it is going to be a race win for Dan Martin. Aidan Wilson crosses the line in second place. It's going to be third place there for Murray Scott. Fantastic podium for Murray, very well deserved as well. Hitchin in 4th position, Gregor McFadden in 5th, Martin Nisbet in 6th position. Andrew Davidson is going to come across the line in 7th, James McCracken in 8th position. Matthew Baldy is going to finish at 9th. Kenny Dock rounds out the top 10 there. Dale Edwards in 11th. Really short with your fields in 12th position. John, that was just awesome. That was everything you want to see from budget car racing.
It was, and we've seen 2 cracking C1 races today. I have to say, I'm not surprised one bit. I knew it would be exciting, and it's lived up to all expectations. Our championship leader, Murray Scott, also a newcomer, it's worth bearing in mind, having a great season, another podium, but it's second in the championship going in, Dan Martin, who takes the win, and it was third in the championship, Aidan Wilson, who took the win earlier today. So great stuff at the top of the standings.
What a fantastic effort from